So cameras are good too. Deadbolts are great. I'm not going to sit here and read all this to you, but there are so many great things on here with locking garage doors, with clamps, to we've talked about. I mean, there's just a bunch of different stuff on here that I won't bore you with that right now. I'll let you take these with you, and they'll be up here. Anything else you can think on home issues, home security? And to contradict what I just said, even with the cameras, the scary thing that's out there is stuff like this you can still buy on eBay and Amazon, and it's probably what I would break too. No, but online, these can tell you from the road if you got a camera, where it is, and then it can send a thing to jam the camera, so you lose it.
I was going to say, how do people even attempt to break it anymore? Because so many people have cameras. You'd think they wouldn't even try.
We can't win. You can't win because the bad guys are out there all the time. And I'll just tell you on your sheriff's department. It's me right now, unfortunately, for you. I mean, my mentality, there's people that want more transparency with everything. And I cannot tell you the last time I've had anybody call in on one of the deputies saying they were heavy-handed or they were doing something just completely absurd to somebody. Do we drive fast? We do. Do I get calls on that kind of stuff? Like, hey, one of the cruisers was flying down the road. And like, I can look into it and see, but again, they have 12 hours to drive around, and they're probably going somewhere. And sometimes having lights on causes more of a problem. People that lock up their brakes or they go over and aren't looking. And I had it one time, I'll never forget, somebody was walking a dog down the side of the road, and I was coming up behind him going on a bad crash, and my lights went, and they just started going over, and I'm like, oh shit. They don't see that there's another person because they're watching you in the rear view mirror. So there are times when the emergency vehicles will operate a little bit faster than they probably should be, but that's why. Usually, because in 12 hours in Bay County, you can pretty much be anywhere you want to be 2 or 3 times in a shift, and you really don't need to be speeding. But there's differences with some of that stuff. So if anything else with the security and what's going on with some of the people with jamming devices, Chrysler's got it right now. It's probably the hottest car getting stolen because there's a thing that you can actually override the remotes. They can go up and hit a button and they'll actually pop the locks. And the dealership's on Euclid. We can't win. We get there and we think we're close, and then all of a sudden something else comes up in the world, and bad guys advance.
Probably safer with my 99 Yukon out there.
And anymore because everything's computers, and people can jam into that stuff. And now with AI, and I want to kind of, I'll jump around maybe one more time, but the AI and the scamming stuff that's going on is insane. Because you can chat GPT anything. And that's that artificial intelligence you can do. So it's like Google search, or it's any of those. And you put stuff in, and it'll tell you how to break into something or how to do stuff. So it's really been crippling for trying to keep your home safe. This is one of the greatest things going. And these are Harbor Freight, Amazon, Home Depot. There's a zillion places, driveway sensors. And why I really like them, I told you I really like the cameras. Then I said they could get jammed. Now, hopefully not everybody's running those. We're not running into those out on the road yet. But these take batteries. And I won't turn it on here because it's really loud. But this goes wherever you want it. And this little button does flash. So if you put a piece of tape over it or something, you wouldn't notice that little flashing light. But I can put this somewhere, and it shoots 400 feet. So it's made to go at your driveway, where I would set it here. And if any car drives in my driveway, it buzzes this. This is in your house or with you, and you hear that noise. So these are great. Yeah, it's actually flashing, but it's loud. I don't want to plug your ears. But you just set that wherever you want. You can put this in a car. If you got your car in the drive and you put your car in there, if somebody breaks into your car, their motion of their body being in there or open the door is going to set this off in your house. So these are just a great thing. Backyard, anywhere you think you got motion, you can set these up, and if somebody goes through it, it's going to alert you with this. And it's battery operated, So you don't have to worry about if the Wi-Fi goes out, power goes out or something, you're still gonna hear it. Breezeways, garages, your sheds, I mean, there's just a million different, your mind can go crazy with all the places you can put these. But that's a good thing to have that for an alarm and you know if somebody's around you. Yeah, you've seen it, you like it, you don't? It's great.
Can you have more than one sensor talking to that thing?
But every time you buy, I mean, they come as the set like this. I don't know if you can tie two sensors to each other, but you just need, you know, this one, if you have it somewhere, it's gonna go to here, but yeah, you'd have another box right now. I'm unaware of that. I don't know if you can set up multiple sensors on it. You don't know that, do you? Can you do it?
Yep.
Well, then why didn't you say something I said I didn't know? You can have like 4 or 5 of these out that'll just buzz this? Okay. So yes, to answer your question. Thank you. The other thing you've seen, just the hunting trail cams are great. You put these in. These were great when they first came out with the SD cards, but what sucks is if you have that in there and somebody steals this, they got your card, they got everything, you're out of business. So now you can buy a lot of the trail cameras, you can set them up and those will send to your phone or something. So I mean, when you're recording, I can't say this, I'm just kidding. We use these at the sheriff's department sometimes for stuff. We got more of them. This is an old one, that's why I have it in here. But we've got some that'll go to our phones because people say somebody keeps breaking in this house or they're casing this out or they're walking through this area of woods to get to this. And we'll set these up to see if it's true or not. I mean, that's just the easy thing too. With all these though, the driveway sensors, this, you put this low, you got rabbits or squirrels in your backyard, you're gonna be up all night. Because I mean, that thing's gonna keep going off and tripping, and you're gonna be like,
Neighbor's cat?
yes, yes. So that's what driveway sensors do. These are out there where they do a bunch of different patterns. So these are just a great thing, very inexpensive. Again, Harbor Freight, online, there's a lot of places you can find them. This is just fun to do to your eyes. It's like, but if your car breaks down, there's a little magnet on the back of them. You know, if your battery's dead on your car or something, you're sitting and stuff's not working or hazards go only so long, it's another indicator. If you have problems, I mean, if you had medical come in again, because it is, especially when you get out in the country, trying to find houses and stuff's tough. The more you can do to draw attention to your home and stuff. So just another easy thing, but these are good for like in your car, or if you do break down, even setting them on the road behind your car. These you can't drive over. The ones some of the people have, I mean, EMS, some of the sheriff, you can. So, should we try it?
Is there a magnet on the back of it?
Yeah. Yep, there's a little magnet on the back, so that'll snap on. And they come in what, packs of 5? 6 of them. Those aren't real bad. Yeah, we do the card. And you can get, this I just brought, these are great. This is again like backyard, my house. I put these up, they're solar powered. Take batteries, but they're solar powered, mainly they'll charge. You don't, no wires, no anything, and it's again, it's motion. You know, if something goes by in the backyard, you get that light snaps on, and you know there's something out there. So these are just easy things to look at if you're interested, that you can get. Same thing, you know, for your window, you put those on a window. If a window gets slit open or a glass sliding door or something, if it breaks, it sets off an alarm for you. These are just those little personal alarms. Just if you're walking, or they just make an annoying loud sound, just like these do. But if you're out walking and they're in your pocket, it draws attention to other people or something like that. So if you do have the neighborhood watch going and people see and hear this, they're gonna have that stuff up. Car keys, like people don't think, I tell people a lot, like if you that car alarm thing, eventually, you know, if you have a medical episode or if somebody's out breaking into your car, you know, you hit the alarm, right? Scare them off. It's the same thing though. If something happens to you in the house, if you got your car keys and if you fell and can trip that alarm, after your neighbors get pissed off for a while from listening to it, that's funny, they would get. You know how that is. Everybody gets annoyed by those car alarms, right? If that happens, after a while, they're going to call. You know, they're going to call 911 or something, be like, hey, this car alarm has been going off, and that's what you want. You're trying to get help. And people sometimes forget about that. That's just another hidden device you have that's there. In your car, talking about car alarms, these will break windows. These will cut seat belts. That's what this one is. It'll pop a window or break a seat belt. Or I'm sorry, cut a seat belt. They're sharp. If you get these, try it. As soon as you get in your... you don't know if people are still listening. Yeah. Don't do it. But they work because people don't think about that. You know, if you get in a crash and you're in a ditch, you think about when you lock up your brakes, that seatbelt locks. Well, if you're upside down or you're on its side, that seatbelt's locking and it's holding you in there. And if you have one of these, and it's not in your glove box or in your trunk, it's somewhere you can get to it from where you're sitting, you can self-rescue. You know, you can cut that. These will break the window to get out. I mean, you see that a lot. So these were, we were doing this earlier, I was like, these are good little Christmas gifts. Because people don't think of that. And for people that don't have anything, it keeps them safe and having them. You guys agree? See these, you get a lot of people locking seatbelts?
I just had one down here for her, 13. She was upside down hanging her seatbelt so they could all get her out.
It's just, yeah, oh yeah, and if you got to break the window, you mean?
Yeah, if you're breaking the window, kind of like do it away, so you're not getting
If
glass in
you
your
put
eyes.
something up, yep, because it'll shatter. But that's what these are.
Protecting your eyes.
This is one that's actually got the flashlight on it, the magnet, it's got a light on it. So there's all kinds of this stuff that's out there just for if you're in your vehicle and you're driving for safety. And then the same with these lights that you lock up, just safety. Because you need power out, you need that other stuff. So I'm gonna hit this and scan some pepper spray. Yeah, then so pepper spray we know has been around and it's been out there.
What is it?
Pepper spray. Just those see. So like a lot of people, I give this out a lot. To like, you know, when the kids go to college or they have something you're not supposed to, but I'm like my daughter, I was like, yeah, it's not a bad idea to have it in your pocket and stuff like that. So that's an option. This, I get picked on, I used to. I had a long time with Charlie Duncan, if you didn't know him, was a city of Saginaw police officer for like 30 years and ran Duncan's gun shop. I did a talk one day and he came up after and he's like, almost embarrassed, and he's like, he goes, I can't rack the slide on a handgun anymore because of arthritis. And he said, even on a revolver, I can't push it forward to release the cylinder. And he didn't know, for protection for himself, what to do. And I was like, this has been the greatest thing I've come across, is wasp spray. This shoots 20 feet. The only antidote pretty much to reverse the blindness is going to the hospital, medical, because it shoots. And nobody thinks of this as a weapon.
I got a candidate right by my bed.
Yeah. The schools, like my sister bought it for the schools her kids go to, for the teachers, have it in the classroom. County building, we have that. I mean, they're not supposed to, can't have guns inside the county building if you're an employee, but public can carry in if they had a CPL. And they're like, what are we? I'm like, get wasp spray. I don't want to go up against a gun with this necessarily, but it's something. And even if you're outside walking or if you're in your yard working or something like that, and you're worried about people coming around or something, having that, and if wasps come out, you've got it. You're double covered. But it does, it works good. Now, I joke with people, but I'm like, you buy this, if it's in your car, no cop is going to pull up to you and see this on the passenger seat and draw their gun and be like, why do you got a weapon in the car? They're going to probably assume that's probably why you're speeding, is you have a wasp problem. Trying to take care of it. But
But they would say, you might want to make sure they were spraying with the wind. So
Yeah.
you get back into your face.
wind with this, pepper spray, the
Yeah.
exact same thing.
And that blinds somebody
Yeah, that's what it'll do.
permanently?
No,
Okay.
I mean, they got to go to the hospital to get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, but that's
it's
where you
just
want
something.
to spray.
Yeah, and at that point, I don't care.
Yeah.
If it's to the point that I'm concerned for my life, I'm issuing law to protect myself. If you think you're in fear of great bodily harm that somebody's going to hurt you, I don't care if
What
so.
if somebody broke inside the house and they were, then they were causing harm to you? If you had a gun, could you shoot them in the house?
Yeah.
So because I didn't know, it's like, they had to be outside or?
No, don't shoot them outside.
No.
No. So Michigan, how that works, they teach CPL. So if somebody, back in 2001 till, I don't remember exactly, you had to retreat inside your house. So if somebody broke into my house And with my CPL classes, when I teach those, you don't want to shoot somebody. You don't, no matter what, you don't. That is a tool of last resort, and that is not where you want to be. Not because you're right or wrong, there's just a lot of bad things that come with shooting somebody. I'll leave it at that.
What if your life was in jeopardy?
That's when you can. So
Or you can use
sexual
a squirt gun, they
penetration.
won't know. Hey,
Huh?
put hold the gun up, squirt gun, they won't know if it's real or not.
Sexual penetration, great bodily harm or death to someone else or myself are the three things in the state of Michigan you can take life for. They had a duty to retreat in our house. So if somebody broke into the house before, you had to retreat to a safe room is how we would teach under CPL. That's what that was. Now it's stand your ground, so you don't have to. But like I say in CPL class, and I'm not saying that, I'm just letting you know, how that works. If I'm breaking in your house because I'm going to steal your TV, let me take it. Be a good witness.
Yeah,
You know,
I know.
see that and let somebody go.
Yeah.
If I start coming at you and I got a knife or something like that, that's a whole different deal with
Right.
a gun. So I don't want to go down that rabbit hole with that stuff, with the defense stuff, because there's just a lot to incorporating that thing. But you can. Now, yes, if somebody comes into your house
And then caution.
and you believe you're in fear of death or great bodily harm or sexual penetration, those are the three things that cover you in Michigan. So that's that on wasp spray. That's that on the pen. We covered most of those. Scams. Dan Martin. Has anybody got a call from Sergeant Dan Martin at the Bay County Jail yet? Wow. Shocking.
I don't know, I got like, what I showed you, like 12 yesterday, just
Yeah.
on myself. On myself.
Not from us though.
No, I just, it's
Just
not
robocalls, just
Yeah.
The
spam.
robocall that I,
Well, get ready. An election year is coming too, so that's going to increase. You know.
I got the special election coming up.
Yeah, they'll have a bunch. But we've been getting, there's a huge one in Bay County right now. So just to run this scenario to get into the frauds and the scam stuff quick, there's a call and he says, hey, it's Sergeant Dan Martin from the Bay County Sheriff's Office. We have a warrant for your arrest.
Oh, please take me.
And then this one now, they're even leaving a phone number to call him back. So it's not, if you don't answer, they actually are letting it go to voicemail. This guy's got a southern accent to him. And so, like, I'll bet you people that I know, I've had 10 call in the last 2 weeks, like, what? And I'm like, it's a scam. This Dan Martin thing's a scam. Media is not covering a lot because there's so many of these out there. It would be on the news every single night with
That's
these
how many.
scams. Yeah, that's a lot.
That's just myself. That's not the landline either.
Yeah. Oh, there's the
I've got them-
call blockers and
I've
there's
got
a
them
bunch
for
of things.
Medicare. I've got them for car insurance.
I'm getting them.
We have fun. Like I was telling her.
Talking
my-
to 'em?
my-
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My mom actually
One I
told
wanna
me
be.
about this, and I mentioned this to her. She's 88 years old. She was getting them that. It should say Bay County Jail or something like that, you know, just throw them off. And I come up with mine, Bay Crematory, you died with pride, you know.
You can talk to, I have no problem, if you're getting a lot of that, say your deputy, whoever, say Smith, I don't even care
I've
from
done
the
that
sheriff's
before.
office.
I've
You know,
done
you
that.
can do that, and
Yeah.
they'll usually do that same thing, they'll hang up on you right away.
Yep.
But this one, they're claiming that you missed jury duty, and they're not letting you hang up, and he's trying to keep you on the phone. How this is happening is they're just Googling the sheriff's department or Googling MLive. And I've had it with, they're saying the Sheriff Troy Cunningham, Dan Martin, Jim Schabowski. It's real easy to get one of our people's names off that. And they're just looking to exploit you. They will scare you, they will intimidate you, they will push you, they will tell you that you have to stay on the phone with them, that you have to go to Walgreens and you have to buy a prepaid Visa card and give them that number on there for them to take care of this warrant. So probably the week before Christmas, I had a guy that sells real estate in town. And he came into the office and asked for me, and I was like, they told me who was up at the front, and I walked up. He was visibly shaking. And I said, what's up? He goes, you're arresting me? I said, do I need to? Or I'm like, for what? Or, are you admitting to something? And he's like, no, you guys called. And he said, I had to come down here. And he said, And I mean torn up.